Hi everyone, and welcome to Yoga with me, Clemmie. We're going to do a bit of a dynamic session today, so you're going to need a little bit of space to move around. If you've got a mat, then get yourself settled on your mat, or if you don't have a mat, that's fine. You might just want to lay out a blanket or something on the floor, just so it's more comfortable for you to lie down, because we are starting today's session lying down. So everybody find your way down to lying on the floor. Okay, get yourself comfortable. The small of your back, so your lower back nicely pressed into the ground. Your feet are going to be flat on the mat. And from this position, I just want, before we do anything else, to do a little bit of breathing, just to help us relax and get ready for our yoga session. So bring one hand to your lower belly down here and bring another hand onto your chest. You've got both hands resting on your torso. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to inhale, so breathe in and notice that hand on your lower belly lifting up as you breathe in, as you're filling your tummy with air. Breathing in, breathe into that hand, feel your tummy lifting up, and as you breathe out, notice how the upper hand comes down slightly as your lungs let go of the air. Okay, so we're breathing between these two places. Just notice how that feels as you're inhaling and exhaling with your hands resting on your tummy and your chest. Spend a couple more moments just breathing and noticing how your chest moves and how your tummy moves as you're breathing. Try and make your breaths long and slow and even. Good. And then from here, I just want you to bring both your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a big hug. So knees in towards your chest, and you're rocking gently from side to side, not so far that you go right over onto your side, just very gently rocking from side to side. And then you're going to lift your head up. Imagine you're trying to pop your nose between your knees. So bring your head as far up as you can. Tuck yourself into a little ball, a cosmic egg, this position's called, which I always think is really sweet. So tucking yourself right up into a ball and then exhaling back. Let's do that one again. So inhale up. Tuck everything into a little ball. Breathe in this position. And then inhale back. Good. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is get both hands wrapped around one knee and keep that knee tucked right in towards you. And then the other leg, you're going to stretch right down and away from you. So you've got one knee tucked right in and the other leg stretched away right down the mat or the floor. And then again, what we're going to do is lift up, lift the head right up, tuck it in towards the knee. Don't forget to breathe. So we're never holding our breath. Keep your breathing going all the time. And relax back down. And then one more time, lift up. Nose towards the knee. Big stretch. And come all the way back down. Good. And now we're just going to swap over. So bring the opposite knee in. And that leg that was tucked in, you're stretching it right down the mat. Big stretch. And again, inhaling up. Tuck your head in towards your knee. Hold it there for a few breaths. And relax back down. And then again, inhaling up. Head comes in towards your knee. And relax back down. Good. Okay, now before we do anything else, let's take a full body stretch. So stretch out your arms and your legs. Make yourself as tall as you can, as long as you can. Stretching out your fingertips, your toes. Big stretch. And then bring everything back in. Rock from side to side. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do, we're going to come right over into a tabletop position. Let me show you what that is. Tabletop is where we're on our hands and our knees, like this. Your knees are directly below your hips, and your hands are directly below your shoulders. Okay, so we're in this position. Let me tilt my camera ever so slightly just so you can see what I'm doing better. Okay, so we're in tabletop. From here, what we're going to do is a movement or a set of movements called cat-cow. These are really, really good for your back. Absolutely brilliant for your back. If you've got a sore back or you've been sitting too long, these are just the best. So let's do a few of these. The movement looks like this. First of all, you're going to drop your spine down towards the floor and look up at the ceiling. So this one we call cow. And then this opposite one, cat, is where you lift your spine right up towards the ceiling. You tuck your head in as if you're trying to look at your tummy button. And you're really pushing down into the mat with your hands. And then we go back to cow. And you're just basically going between those two movements. So they're both really exaggerated and you'll really feel the stretch down your back. They feel ever so good to do. Try and move with your breath. So as you come down, you might want to take a big inhale. As you stretch around into the cat pose, you might want to take a big exhale and breathe out. Let's keep going with these two movements. Take your time. We'll do 5 more sets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, big stretch, 5. Fantastic. Okay, everyone, I think we've deserved a rest. So bring your knees out a little bit wider and then drop your bottom down towards your knees and just rest forward into a child's pose. So your forehead is going to come down onto the mat. Your hands can just rest out in front of you and just let your body completely relax into this posture. Very, very relaxing. You don't need to hold yourself in this position. Just let everything drop and feel really supported by the ground. You might want to rock yourself from side to side, massage your forehead into the mat. That can feel quite nice sometimes. Take a few more breaths here. Just rest. Rest your arms. They've been holding you up for quite a while doing those cat-cow postures. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come back up. And what we're going to do next is come all the way down onto our tummies. So we're going to do some nice stretches on our tummies. Stretch into our backs the other way. Put the blanket down. I'm just going to put the blanket on top there to make it a bit more comfortable. Okay. So coming all the way down onto your tummy. And you're going to bring your arms out in front of you. Press your hands down into the ground. Make your fingers like starfish, so as wide as you can. The wider your fingers are, the more of a strong base you've got to push up from. Will help with your balance. Okay, so your elbows are directly below your shoulders. And your arms are parallel in front of you. Okay. All right, from here. Oh, and your legs are just flat down behind you. They're not lifting up. No bunny ears today. So just straight down behind you, resting. You've just pushed up on your elbows. Okay. From here, very simply, we're just going to slowly look down, stretching out the backs of our necks, looking all the way down as far as you can. And then slowly looking all the way up towards the ceiling. And again, all the way down. And all the way up towards the ceiling. One more time. Slowly, slowly. And all the way up. Good. And then we're going to look round to the side. Now try and keep your whole body still. The only part that's moving should be your head and neck. So you'll really feel the stretch in your neck when you do this. Looking round to the side and see if you can see your feet. And then come back to center. Good. And round the other side. See if you can see your feet. Back to center. Again. Round to the side. And back to center. Round to the other side. And back to center. One more time. Back to center. Last one. Round to the other side. And back to center. Your arms will be tired now, so come all the way down. Make a little pillow with your hands. And you can either rest your forehead straight down, or you may want to rest to the side, but just take a moment. Take some deep breaths. And come back up onto your elbows. And this time, if it's comfortable for you, we're going to push into our hands and come up. Move that out of the way so I can grip my mat better. So you're going to push into your hands and lift up with straight arms. The important thing here is that you keep your shoulders down, okay? So sometimes when we push up, this is what happens, but we don't want to be doing that. We want to keep our shoulders down, and all we're doing is straightening our arms. Do you see the difference? And that way you get a lovely stretch into your back. You're not crunching up into your neck, which doesn't feel good, and it's not good for our necks. So let's do that a couple of times if it feels comfortable. What you might want to do is move your hands further away from you, and again come into the same stretch, but that just makes it feel a little less challenging on your back. So just find where it's comfortable. Okay, so let's all have a go with that one. Press into your hands, keep your hands like starfish. Press into your hands and lift up. And come back down. Just try doing that a few more times. Take your time. I'm going to show you that one from the side because it's easier to see what my back is doing. Gives you a better idea. So we're down like this, pressing into hands, looking directly forwards, and as you breathe in, we're coming up. As you breathe out, coming down. Simple as that. But just make sure the important thing is keep your shoulders down. Breathing in, lift up. Breathing out, relax down into your elbows. Very good. And just make that little pillow with your hands. Rest your head down. Take some nice deep breaths. Completely relaxed. Breathing into your bellies. Good. From here, push yourselves back, all the way back into that lovely child's pose that we did. So knees are wide. You're coming all the way forward, forehead down to the floor. Just stretching out your back, counter stretch to that back bending. Resting in child's pose, deep breaths. Couple more breaths here. Good, and then lift your forehead up, tiptoe your hands back towards your body. Swing round and find yourself in a cross-legged sitting position. Okay. Okay, great. Well done, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. was quite fun. Okay, we're going to do our poem and then we'll be all finished for today. So stretch your arms out wide. Lift up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands down the center. I am love. I am light. I am peace. And I am joy. There is a beautiful light inside my heart that was given to me when I was born. And because of that light, I'm not afraid of anyone or anything. Om Shanti. Thanks everyone. Have a super week. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you again next week. Okay? Bye. Bye.